Hello, and welcome to another video on the Double D's channel. I'm Robo Duke. That's first D.
I am Dennis, or you may know me as another name, D-Nice. No? Come on. Really?
I don't think they do, Dennis. And we have a special guest with us here today. This is Nicole from Terra joining us.
Yep. Hi!
And this is another one of our instant reaction videos. I can't fight this feeling. Oh, this feeling that we all saw what is probably going to be the greatest movie of the summer of 2014, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy. Just one galaxy.
Yeah, I guess there was just one galaxy. They didn't really get into it, which was good.
Yeah, they didn't go. They're not Guardians of the Universe, just that galaxy.
Yeah, they didn't, it wasn't like, oh, and then there's, they mentioned there's other planets, but it's not like solar systems, but not like, oh, and then there's this galaxy and that galaxy.
Just one. Which, if you've been on the internet, you probably have heard of this movie.
And if you haven't, then you're not watching this video.
And you're not
now.
watching this video right now.
At all.
Now, unlike normal instant reactions, we see the movie at the same time, usually me and Dennis. But I couldn't wait. I had to see it last night at an earlier midnight showing. I don't know what they call it, midnight.
And we had to go see it in IMAX 3D.
I took off work to see it. I honestly used a day of vacation to go see this movie, and
Good.
it was totally worth it.
Yes. Absolutely.
If that's not, the perfect response for this movie, I don't know what is.
This movie overwork.
We should just end it right now. Bam.
You should be at the theater. What are you doing?
Go
Well,
see
hopefully
it.
they've seen the movie before watching this.
No, I like to think our 12 subscribers wait to hear our reactions.
It's 15 subscribers.
Whoa!
Thank you very much.
Whoa!
Thank you very much, and thank you all for watching. So, Guardians of the Galaxy, the next big movie from Marvel Studios, directed by James Gunn, who some of you may know from the movie Slither, or perhaps you may know him from his work with Troma, where he actually got his start. Which, Dennis, did you see the Lloyd Kaufman cameo?
No, I did not.
So viewers out there, if you go to see this, keep an eye out for Lloyd Kaufman, the head of Troma, in the prison scene. When they first walk in, he's one of the guys up on the balcony shouting, is Lloyd Kaufman. I freaking loved it. I was like, holy crap, there's Lloyd Kaufman of Troma in the biggest movie of the summer. But, so
Could
yeah,
one call him a sellout now? No.
he's James Gunn's friend.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Also, another cameo, Nathan Fillion. I know a lot of people were expecting him to be Adam Warlock or a big role. No, he was one of the inmates.
I think they said he was the one that confronted Star-Lord, that then had Groot right up the nose.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, I thought that might have been that was Nathan Fillion in there doing the voice of the big old monster. Because you were just enjoying yourself too much, I'm sure.
Oh my god, the whole movie, I'm watching it. Okay, first off, IMAX 3D, so worth it.
And it didn't have a lot of, when I saw it though in the regular, it didn't have a lot of those 3D moments where you're like, this was made for 3D.
The first shot of that movie, you're watching it and you're like, this was filmed in 3D.
Yeah, it was
This
very.
was filmed in 3D.
It is worth it if you can see it that way.
It's like, with those specialty cameras, those
Yes.
James Cameron cameras.
So good.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm watching this movie, and I'm just like, I'm a comic book guy. I know some stuff about the Guardians, not everything, but I didn't care. I was enjoying this movie so much. I'm like, this isn't really what Ronan the Accuser is, but I don't care.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
I'm going to go out and say it right now. This is better than The Avengers. It's a better movie than The Avengers because it stands on its own. Going into The Avengers, we had how many movies setting up The Avengers?
Because Marvel was smart.
I
Yeah.
think 4.
Yeah, it was like Captain America, Thor, Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
4 movies.
The Hulk.
Well,
The Incredible Hulk.
You keep Ang Lee out of here. No.
All right.
So
I
there's
mean,
one- there's only
if
that
we
one.
really want to go into it, we got all of those TV show Hulks.
Yeah, that's my whole point. Is
We got the
special guest appearance by Thor in an episode of The Hulk.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah, the Iron Man cartoon.
we got the Hoff. We got David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury.
Don't bring that up. But anyway, you're driving my point home, Dennis. Is that the Avengers are well-established characters who America already knows. You don't really have to do much work to let the audience know who these characters are and let them know their backgrounds. They have movies, they have TV shows, there's a ton of comics. Guardians of the Galaxy, not that well known.
I was going to say, I told Dennis on our way there, I'm like, I know nothing of the plot. I know Bradley Cooper's a raccoon, Vin Diesel is a tree, and I like Chris Pratt. So that's like what I went in knowing about this movie.
In defense, now we can get away with it.
What do you mean?
When the Avengers happened, you had to set up the universe. Because that universe got set up before it was okay to like comic books.
True.
Now, you slap a comic book approval on it, everyone's gonna go see it.
Yeah.
Marvel had to do the 5 movies beforehand to make the Avengers work.
But you also don't need 5 movies before this. Like, you don't even need to see those other Marvel movies to go see this, I don't think.
Oh, no, not at all.
Not at all. And they establish all 5 members, Star-Lord, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Gamora, and Drax, perfectly. You get to know their motivations, who they are, where they came from, and it works. This movie should not work. Like, it really shouldn't work. This is like something straight out of the 90s. Like Stargate or something.
Everyone's like, this is Marvel's biggest risk. No, it's not. It's Marvel.
Yeah.
Do you really think they're going to fail?
There's a lot going around, because besides the director being a writer, it had a female writer.
Okay, she was the second writer.
And she got to pick what property she wrote. The studio kind of said, here are the properties we have free that you can write, and she selected Guardians of the Galaxy.
Good
So, and it was, and she's like, I like space, I like comic books. She's like, I feel I have free range to do what I want with this because it's not so well known.
Man, it was so good. Biggest surprise in the movie for me. Let's say biggest surprises, since we didn't really expect a lot. Let's say my biggest surprise: Drax is absolutely hilarious. Funniest character in the movie. Rocket Raccoon is supposed to be the comic relief, but I think Drax is more the comic relief in this movie. Dave Bautista. It's spelled B-A-U, right? Bautista. Thoroughly impressed me. He has come a long way from the man with the golden arms.
So now comes our question, listeners. Is Dwayne Johnson still the best actor to come out of the WWE?
Oh, wow, yeah, going back to our Hercules video. Consistence-wise, yes. This is only his first appearance as Drax. This is only his third or fourth. This is only his second movie appearance I've seen. Do I think Drax is cooler than Hercules? Sure. His comedic timing is perfect. He grows throughout the movie as well. I mean, the part where they're crashing the plane and he's just laughing, I was laughing right along with him.
That was good.
The fact that Drax doesn't understand metaphors at all, and they play on that the whole time.
He is a literal character.
Yeah.
Nothing gets over his head.
His reflexes are too fast.
Yep.
You catch it.
Yeah, nothing goes over my head. What are you doing here? No, it's nothing.
Indicates death.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's the biggest surprise, is seeing the trailers. You think, like, he's just going to be a big brute, and he's hilarious, and he's a great character. How about you, then? So, what was yours? He was my favorite part. Biggest surprise.
Biggest surprise, I didn't expect Rocket Raccoon to be so vocal and such a main character. Like, I really thought Chris Pratt's Star-Lord was just going to revolve around him, and it didn't. It involved around that.
Yeah.
That is... And also, I didn't expect us to know he was an Earthling.
Oh, you thought they weren't going to set that up?
I thought it was going to start off in the universe, in space. I never thought they were going to bring it to Earth.
Yeah, they pulled a little bit of an up with the opening.
And that was, I think, my biggest surprise. This is probably the first Marvel movie that made me cry, and then within 3 minutes, made me laugh.
Yeah.
First movie to make me cry, I know that.
Yeah, I know. I went with my girlfriend. She was like, I got misty-eyed twice, she said, in Guardians of the Galaxy. Twice!
I would say it was the first scene for me.
Yeah.
But then you go into a dance sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Also, the first Marvel movie, I think, to have the name of the movie at the beginning. Because most Marvel movies just start, and then they show the title at the very end of the movie.
Also, first Marvel movie to not have secondary credits.
Yes.
Yeah. It just kind of shows you a scene, then jumps to the credits, then jumps to the stinger, which I was very pleased was not the setup for the next movie.
I was very happy with that too, because they've always been setting up the next movie, and this is the first time it was. It kind of like with the Avengers stinger.
Yeah,
The last
where it's
one.
just,
Where it's like,
eating shawarma.
you know, they're eating shawarma. This one, nothing to do with what's the next one. Is Avengers the next one to come
I think
out?
so. I think
there's,
Avengers too.
but everything else has always been setting
Yeah,
up.
I think it's May.
Yeah, except Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So what about you? Favorite part, biggest surprise?
Well, biggest surprise was the crying and then laughing.
Right.
For me, also,
Too much to like?
it was the visuals, actually. And it could have been installed in IMAX, but they did a very good job of making the world seem like they were actually possible to exist.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, the set design and, like, the
No.
camera work. And,
Yeah, James Gunn, a big fan of practical effects, which is why there's a lot of makeup. They don't have CG aliens walking in the background. They have people in makeup
Yes.
as aliens walking in the background.
Real people.
Real people, except Rocket and Groot, who were totally believable.
And the other thing I was surprised about is I didn't recognize Bradley Cooper's voice.
That too.
I was in some of the clips. I'm like, okay, it's Bradley Cooper, but the more that he talked, you're like, oh, I know it's Bradley Cooper, but it does not sound like
It's
that.
Rocket.
I still want to know, was Vin Diesel motion captured or not?
I don't
Part
know.
of me thinks he was.
He could have been, because I know for the premiere in London, I don't know, he wore a t-shirt that said "I am Groot" and came in stilts.
Way
I
to go,
want-
Vin
I
Diesel.
want to say, because you're looking at it, and it's like, you know what? Filming Rocket alone, they had to play off of nothing. I'm sure Bradley Cooper was there to talk,
Mhm.
but I can't see them having two main characters not be there. So and because all Vin Diesel says is "I am Groot."
But he says it differently every time, is the whole...
So is this something, if you guys know, say it in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
There you
Yes. Okay, now.
go. Now.
And unveiling, everyone. Unveiling.
Unveiling. Oh, yeah, crap. So, this guy here,
This guy.
Picked
Who has
up-
thumbs? This guy.
he picked up his tickets at the box office. I picked them up at a little machine. Apparently, you should pick them up at the box office because you get a free pin
Yes.
if you're an
The
AMC.
Stubbs member.
So this is like a random draw. We're gonna see what
There
this
is one of 6. It's basically going to be a pin of one of the 5 members of the Guardians of the Galaxy,
Mhm.
or you can get the special edition, limited edition, I think, Nova Core pin.
Okay.
Let's see what we
Let's
got.
see what we got. A little unpackaging.
Really?
Yeah, man, it's like space food
It
packaging.
is.
Which is very appropriate. Space food, yeah, sure. Come on, Dennis. Come on.
Do it.
Oh, man, my turn? Dude, my hands are all slippery. Apparently you're not getting this, viewers. I'm sorry. There we go.
Yeah.
Ready? Open your hands.
And I close my eyes.
Oh! If it isn't Gamora.
Gamora.
Zoe
You can't see
Saldana.
it, but it's Gamora.
It's Gamora. Zoe
It's Gamora.
Saldana. Who was very good as well. I think her character was a lot deeper than I expected. I thought she would just be sort of the tough one besides Drax. In other words, just like Drax, very surprising, a lot of character depth to her. The relationship between Rocket Raccoon and Groot is awesome.
Oh yeah, and I liked how even though Rocket can understand Groot, it wasn't a big thing.
No, they actually didn't pull that joke until halfway through the movie.
Correct.
They were finally like, oh yeah, he knows everything he says, even though it just is, I am Groot. And I have one other question.
It's better than 11. Go watch the movie.
Oh, right, yeah! Ah!
Go watch the movie.
Yeah, go watch the movie. I told that flew over my head.
You don't have a good replay.
Yeah, I do not have good. I can't. But why does Yondu have a southern accent? Is that just because Michael Rooker can only talk like Michael Rooker?
Probably.
Yes. Like, Michael Rooker doesn't even remember, like, I know he did a game show that I was on the podcast, where they had him guess movies he was in, and he doesn't.
Because he sounds the same in every single.
He doesn't know movies he's in.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, Michael Rooker. What good is Yondu?
But I guess because I knew nothing, I'm like, accents didn't bother
Oh,
me,
yeah,
you know.
It didn't really bother me because he's good, but
I
like,
didn't, I didn't know if it was supposed to be a thing or not. I'm just like, alright, he was, I guess, the only actor out of all of them that was kind of like, okay, that's Michael Rooker.
oh yeah. The rest are kind of like, ooh, that's not. I don't
Even
think.
Karen Gillian, I was able to step away.
Oh yeah, definitely. She was good too. I liked her Nebula sounding all robotic and everything. She was cool. I'm sure she'll be back as well. And actually, I did have a bigger surprise, and was the fact that spoilers. You see motherfucking Thanos in this movie. No, but I thought that was amazing. Like, I thought they weren't even going to show him full on until, like, Avengers 2. And they're like, no, there's Thanos sitting in his throne, Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Really? You didn't think that was surprising?
No.
That caught me completely off guard. Like, I was like, whoa,
You
Thanos!
apparently do not listen to the internet then.
Apparently I don't listen to the same podcast as you.
No, it's not even from a podcast.
Thought that
It's
he was
from,
gonna be in a scene?
it's from Facebook, how they released the fact that Josh Brolin is Thanos.
Yeah, but I didn't know
If
he
you're
was Thanos
telling
in
me
this.
an actor is playing Thanos, I'm expecting Thanos.
I would think you would expect it because did it come out around Comic-Con when they did the Avengers panel? So I know he was at the Avengers
Yeah.
And
panel.
he had his Infinity Gauntlet on.
So
I
I
saw a picture of that. Infinity Gauntlet!
So the Gauntlet will be there. That was another thing I was wondering at the end of the movie. Is going
Oh.
to make an appearance eventually. Yeah. So, if you couldn't tell, we all, three of us, thoroughly
Hated
enjoyed
Oh, sorry.
enjoyed this movie. It's got something good. It's got something bad. It's got a little bit of both. What else can I say? Go out and see this movie. Do not let the opportunity pass you by. See it in IMAX 3D. See it in regular. Either one would be perfect. I got to see it in one of those theaters with the big recliners and they're comfy and you like lean back and kick your legs up.
Oh yeah, well I started in your face!
Oh! Well, anyway, before anything else like that happens, thank you, Nicole, for being on the video.
Thank
I
you for having me.
Say thank
I
you.
got it.
Yeah, you got a pin. I want to say thank you for her being our first guest here on the Double
First
D's.
guest.
First guest! You are number one.
Anyone else wants to be a guest? We'll look into that.
Yeah. Comment below. Send us a message. Comment below. What'd you think of Guardians of the Galaxy? Please give us a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. We got a lot more on the way. Believe it.
We want you to subscribe.
Yeah. And you.
And you. We see you.
I see. You're hiding back there trying to pretend like you're not watching, but I know you're watching. So,
Probably all nonchalant. Keeping your glance every so often.
until next time, I want to get you some of that blue alcohol.
Yes. We need to put more of this liquid in us right now. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on.